Okay, and welcome to my tutorial here on ThingLink. You are going to be creating a ThingLink, which you'll know what that means here as we get started. Basically, it's just a fancy picture with a lot of really cool overlays or things that you can click on and hover over to get more information from. So it's kind of like an interactive picture. To get started, though, you're going to have to get logged in and create an account for ThingLink. So I've included this link here in our Google Classroom assignment area. So when you click on it, you'll be getting to this area here. Now, there's a couple of ways that you're going to you can get logged in. You can, well, first of all, you're going to start with by saying I'm a student. So you're going to say sign up for free. I'm a student. It's going to take you to this page here. Now, you can fill out all this stuff here if you want to, or a little simpler way is to assign this with our Google account. Since we are a Google Apps for Education school, we can just go ahead and log in with Google. So you're going to go ahead and click this, log in with Google. It's going to have you put in your email and your password. And then after you do that, it's going to have you accept, basically accept your subscription to this. So just go ahead, put your email, your password in, go ahead and accept it. Next time you click on that link to get in here, you'll just say sign in with Google and it'll log you right in and you'll be ready to roll. So it's kind of a nice little quick easy thing. So why don't you go ahead and pause the video, get yourself signed in with Google, and then I will help you from that spot. So do that first. Okay, so once you do that, then here is the accept window. You just go ahead and say accept. And then you're going to need to complete this and just by putting your name in there, and also you're going to be putting this invite code, which I will have up on the board. So you put your name in there, and I'm just going to say this is a demo, and then the invite code. Okay, like I said, look up on the board. That's where that's going to be. I need to grab mine from my other website, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my code. There's my code. You put it in there. You can uncheck this send me weekly news thing. You don't want to get emails from them, and then will come anyways through yours. But then once you've got that done here, you're now logged in and you're actually attached to my whole group account. So perfect. You're all set, ready to roll. Now you're going to come up here and you're going to go up to create. Okay. And this is where you're going to grab the image, and I have that image also in the Google Classroom of just like a Sydney map overlay. So we're going to do that next. We're going to get that put in there. So again, I got to go over to my other web page here and get that taken care of, and then I'll come back and do this. So why don't you go ahead and pause the video, catch up to this spot, go ahead and hit create so you're ready to start creating your ThingLink. Okay, so hopefully you've caught up with me and you are ready to go ahead and drag and drop an image in here. Before we do that, though, we actually have to download it. So I'm going to switch over to my Classroom tab, and here my Classroom tab is, and I'm here in my assignment that you'll have. It's not quite completed here because I'm still working on my video, but you'll see something like this. So you'll see the Sydney history map, your JPEG image here. So what you're going to do then is you're going to click to open it. It's going to open this up in a Google Drawing. There you go. Actually, it's just going to open up as a JPEG. Awesome. And then what you're going to do is click on here where it says download. And it should pop down here in this little bottom tray here in a second. Looks like my computer's going just a little bit slow. Just normal. Alright, still thinking. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere maybe. There it goes. So now it pops down here in the bottom. Okay. Now, going back to ThingLink, see here it says choose images or drag and drop here. I can now drag this image and drop it right there. And if I do that, that's going to load my Sydney history map right away. So that's loaded up now. It's going to open this up for me, make this my interactive image, so I'm ready to start working. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just rename this, name it your name, and Sydney map or something like that. Sydney history, I don't know, something like that. So one of those things. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and do that? Let's pause that video. Let's go through those same steps. Remember, go to Classroom, open up the JPEG, your image here, download it. So it drops down into this our downloads tray. And then you come back here and it's a drag and drop. Get this opened up and named. and then we'll be ready to start adding some stuff to it. So go ahead and do those things. Okay, so hopefully you caught up with me here. What we're going to do is we're going to say save image. It says to add tags. We're not going to worry about adding tags onto this. So we're going to say save image. We're going to say close without tagging. All right, now I am ready. I'm ready to start adding some ThingLinks to this now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a couple of these, and then I'll let you go ahead and get started. So this is an overall map from using Google Earth of Sydney. And so just depending on how you're located, I put the roads on here so you can kind of see. This is the main road, or Illinois Street right there, okay? We have 10th Avenue, 13th Avenue, so like right here, this is the intersection here. This goes underneath the underpass. North Elementary, you can see, is this little blip right there. We have all sorts of other things, a golf course over here, so hopefully you can kind of start orientating yourself to what this is. Here's a high school over here, lots of housing things. Fort Sydney Road right here. As you scroll down, here is out here in the interstate. So we have the interstate here. We have the Cabela's corporate office out here. All the different restaurants and stuff that are out here. Walmart that's out here too. So hopefully you can kind of start figuring out where things are at. What I want you to do to start with, because you may or may not have gotten into any of the Sydney history things, we're going to start by adding 5 current important places in Sydney as it sits right now, because the things that we have right now involved with us in Sydney, it will be part of Sydney's history hundreds of years from now. So hundreds of years from now, they're going to look back and they're going to say, oh, this part of Sydney was very important at this time during the 2000s because of whatever reason. So what I want you to do is you're going to think of 5 areas that are current, that you think are kind of important places. So North Elementary might be one, because you're going to school there. The high school, the golf course, some of these kind of the places that you think are important. So, out at the interstate, you might think, the restaurants or Walmart or Cabela's out here because your parents maybe work there or whatever that happens to be. You might try to find your house or approximately where your house is going to be. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be adding that stuff in here. So you're going to think of 5 places to do that. And then when you do that, you're going to come over here and you're going to click the edit. All right, so and then when you click the edit, now we're gonna start adding some tags to this here. So if you just click to add a tag, you get this little dot right here. This is going to be what your interactive dot is going to be. So, like for instance, if I might want to put this here on the golf course here. Okay, I can add a link. I can do an image if I wanted to. So I could, I'm sure the golf course has a website to go to. I could put that on here if I wanted to. I can also put some text and say, here is the golf course, and then talk more about it. So when somebody looks at this image and they scroll over this, they're going to see a whole little thing about this. Now, for each one, I don't just want, here's the golf course. That's not nearly enough. I want you to tell me why it's significant, why it's important, why this is a part of Sydney's current history. So you're going to explain, something about it. So you might want to, if you can find your house or approximately where your house is, you put one there and you talk about your house, how long you've lived there, how important it is to you, those sorts of things. I want you to put at least 3 to 5 sentences on each link, okay? And you need to have 5 of them. So we're going to find 5 spots around Sydney that are important. You're going to be writing 3 to 5 sentences on each one. And please remember that sentences start with a capital and they end with some sort of punctuation, and there's only 1 space between each. So that's what you're going to start working on. When you're all ready to go with that and you get that done, hopefully you've started talking about some Sydney history in your class, and then we can start working on the places that we had historical things in Sydney. So, like Boot Hill and those sorts of things. You could put markers for those and put a little blurb about them just like you did this. So when you get that tag done, you say save tag. Now becomes a tag here. So if I said save image, okay, here it comes. I have a tag, so when I scroll over it, boom, up pops my text or image or link or whatever else I have to this, okay? Let's go over requirements here. For the survive, I expect all 10 to be put on there. You're going to have 5 current history, you're going to have 5 old history, and they need to have text in them. If you want to go on to the Thrive, you're going to be looking for websites. You're going to put links to websites in here. You're going to find images. You can put images in here, those sorts of things, that kind of extra stuff. That's what's going to give you a Thrive grade for your ThingLink. When it's all done, I will show you how we can share this, put this on KidBlog, share it again through Classroom. But that'll be after you're completely finished. So look for that video later on. So go ahead, start adding your ThingLinks. Start adding your stuff to your map, and if you have any questions or you're having problems with anything, make sure you raise your hand and ask for some help. So good luck.